وصلى الله على النبي الكريم محمد وآله وأصحابه أجمعين. Last Friday we started this chapter that some issues related to Sajda Tilawat. So we mentioned there 7 issues according to Imam Abu Hanifa rahmatullahi alayh. Now the madhab of Imam Malik rahmatullahi alayh is like the Hanafis. That to recite only the ayah of Sajda for the purpose of Sajda. He is not reciting Quran, but he is reciting only the ayah of Sajda to make Sajda. So this is makruh. But when he recited it and he did not make Sajda, because he thought that, oh, I recite it as a makruh practice. So he did not make sajda. So according to Imam Malik, that's also makruh. Got it? Got it? So don't do two makruh. One you have done, so don't put another overhead. So it means that this practice is makruh in either way. Got it? Reciting only the ayah of sajda, that is makruh. If he recited it and he did not make sajda, that's makruh as well. Got it? So why he is doing makruh? In Fiqh Hanafi there is a small book, The Beginner, sometime back now, that is no more part of text in the Nizam of Madrasa. That's called Khulasa Kidani. Khulasa, yeah. Khulasa Kidani. That was a good small book. Yes, and mostly even the students who were going for Quran, they used to read it. So at least they were aware of their prayer, that what is farz there, what is wajib there, what is sunnah there, what is mustahab there, and what is makruh, and what is mufsidat, and what is mubah. 7 small chapters. And in our time, we used to memorize it. Yes, to make our salat perfect. So the small students, the kids, like teenagers, they were reciting it or they were learning it. So there in our area, there is a river. Officer knows. In our area we call it Abbasin, but later on that is called Dirayat or Indus River, and which is the biggest river of the world. Yes, the long river and the deep river. Now no more because the dams and dams and dams. But anyhow, that is a very, and Indus civilization is one of the ancient civilizations even in DC. So that village where that small kid was learning, so he was there on the river shore or river beach. He had to memorize it. So he was doing, and that's only a few pages, like 10, 12 pages, the whole book. Yes. So the wind came, yes, and took away the book and to the river. Yes. Now river is very deep. So the student, the teenager, he was trying how to catch the book. So he brought a branch and doing like this, and then his own clock, and because he was unable to go to the deep water and things like that. But instead of coming towards the shore, it was going to the center. Yes. When he lost his hope that land is gone, so he turned around. One farmer, he was working on the shore somewhere in his farm, so he was watching all this procedure of the small kid. Yes, so when he turned around, that now no more khulasa is coming into my hand. And on that very day, his sabak and lesson was in Babul Makruhat. That what is makruh in prayer. Yes, so the farmer, he asked him, yes, because small kids, we call him chane. You remember? The chane, yes. That's a term in Pashto, yes. So he called him that chaniya. He said, yes. He said that because khulasa was known to the farmers as well, that the river took away the khulasa. Yes, the river. took away the khulasa. So he was very much upset. So he said, thanks God, that was full of makruhat. So Imam Malik says, such like practice is full of makruhat, you are doing makruh either this way or that way. So why you are doing makruh? Don't do it. Number 2. Imam Malik rahmatullah alayhi says this is also makruh to recite the ayat of sajda purposely for the purpose of sajda. Yes, Imam, he intended that I will recite those ayat where there is sajda to make sajda. Why you are doing that? If accidentally it happens, so then you should go and make sajda. But for that purpose, you should not do it. Imam Malik says that's a makruh practice. He says, in Friday, it is narrated that Prophet ﷺ, a few times he recited Surah Alif Lam Mim as-Sajda in the Fajr prayer. And there is Sajda, and he made Sajda as well. But now if Imam, he tried to recite Surah Sajda every Friday and Fajr prayer, so Imam Malik said that is makruh. He said, that's makruh, because that was not the routine practice of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But a few times he recited that. Now you made it a wazifa, only for the purpose of sajda. So he said that practice is makruh. Also Imam Malik says that Khatib should avoid to recite the ayah of sajda in his khutbah, because he is on the pulpit and mimbar and giving his khutbah. Now when he recited it, as we mentioned, please keep in mind that sajda tilawat is a sunnah according to 3 imams, and that is wajib according to Abu Hanifa. Got it? So they say, when you are going to recite the ayat of sajda, you must be in wudu, because you have to do the sajda right after recitation. Because if you added 3 ayat after that, then you miss the sajda. Yes, that's the madhab of 3 imams. But Imam Abu Hanifa says that is wajib. That's what? That is wajib. Even if you recited that without wudu, it became bound on you to make that sajda. What you will do later on when you are with wudu, you have to make it, because that is wajib. And for wajib, there is qaza. For wajib, you missed it. But for sunnah, there is no qaza. So they say that is sunnah. So you have to be ready for sajda. Got it? Imam Abu Hanifa says, and that's why they say that there is a sajda on listener but not on hearer. And Imam says there is sajda on listener and hearer both. Because they say that the hearer, he is not listening attentively and he is not prepared for sajda. So why we are making it bound? And the case is that according to them that is sunnah. According to them, that is sunnah. So now Imam Malik says rahmatullahi alayh, to recite the ayah of sajda when he is there on the pulpit and giving khutbah. Got it? So either he will come down and he will make sajda when he recited that ayah, and then he will go back to the pulpit. What a disturbance that is. He said that's against the process of the continuity of khutbah. So that is makruh. Yes, and if he recited and he did not come down, later on he cannot make it, that's another makruh that he missed it. Got it? So it means he must avoid the recitation of ayatul sajda when he is there on the pulpit. Got it? Number 3. If the Imam recited those ayat where there is an ayah of sajda, either in Zuhr prayer or Asr prayer, because in Zuhr and Asr recitation is not allowed, that is low. Yes? So he recited the ayah of sajda in Zuhr prayer or in Asr prayer. So Imam Malik rahmatullah alayhi said, if it happened, he should avoid those ayat in Zohr and Asr, where there is sajda. But if it happened, forgetfully, he started those ayat slowly, but when he arrived at the ayah of sajda, so he thought, oh, this ayah of sajda, people are standing behind me. People are standing behind me. Yes, so they are listener and no listener. Listener in a sense, man kana lahu imamun faqiratul imam qiraatul lahu. Recitation of imam is their recitation. Our fariza is done with that. Yes, otherwise recitation of Quran is farz and prayer or not. Say, but we don't recite behind imam. We don't recite behind imam. Got it? So, the recitation of imam is the recitation of the muqtadis. When that is their recitation, when somebody recited the ayah of sajda, so he has to make sajda. Yes or not? Now the imam recited that ayah of sajda in that slow recitation of Zohr prayer and Asr prayer. So either he will make sajda or he will not. Either he will make sajda or he will not. If he is making sajda, it will confuse the muqtadis. If he is making sajda, especially those who do not see the imam. They are there standing behind and he said Allahu Akbar. Yeah, so he was going to sajda and they made ruku. Yeah, so the whole prayer is, so he said that is makruh. And he says, if he recited and did not make sajda, that's another makruh. Got it? But he says, to avoid this makruh or that makruh, what is must for imam? That accidentally he started Surah Al-Iflamim was sajda, for example. Got it? And he arrived at the ayah of sajda. He arrived at the ayah of sajda. So Imam Malik rahmatullah alayhi says, either he should make ruku before that ayah, not to recite it. Yes? But if he is going to recite it, to make his recitation sunnah, those many ayah required a sunnah and prayer, to make his recitation sunnah, so he is reciting that ayah as well. So Imam Malik rahmatullah alayhi says, he should recite that loudly. Yes, otherwise the whole recitation is slowly. But that ayah, he should recite it loudly. So Muslims are not that foolish that they will not know why he recited in Zohr or Asr this ayah loudly. So then they will get the message that something is happening. Yes, and as you know that the Huffaz, like Hafiz Seba, other Huffaz, yes, when they are leading us in Tarawih, got it? So when they are going for ruku, so they say Allahu Akbar in Tarawih. But when they are going for the sajda tilawat, so then they stretch Allahu Akbar. That's a message. So he should stretch the Allahu Akbar. Yes. So the people who do not see the imam, they will get the message that imam is making sajda. Got it? Number 4. He says that if someone recited the ayah of sajda, so he should make the sajda right after that. If he recited 1 or 2 ayat after that, so he should make it. But if he recited 3 ayat after the ayah of sajda, so then he missed the sajda. There is no sajda. Got it? And he said once again that is makruh. Yes. Because he missed it. Yes. وصلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه محمد وعلى أصحابه أجمعين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وصلى الله على النبي الكريم محمد وآله وأصحابه أجمعين. So last time we were talking about missions after Ghazwa Uhud. So the first one that happened right after Uhud, the next day, when 100 plus Sahaba Rizwanullahi alayhim ajma'in, they were injured very badly. But Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam and Sahaba as well, they were thinking of that maybe they will come back and attack Medina. And as we mentioned before, that they were there in a place and they were talking about that we should have followed them up to Medina and attacked them there. They were broken. We could have gotten rid of them once for all. Got it? So there, Safwan ibn Umayyah, he told Abu Sufyan and other generals that we should not do this foolishness. Number one, all people did not join them in Uhud yesterday. Today they will join if we will attack. Because attacking Medina, that will be a challenge to all of them. So all of them will join them. So can you, face them? And even the woman, they will start fighting inside the city. And number three, now they are just like injured lions. They will bite us with their teeth. Yes? And one man came who accepted Islam and related the story to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam that last night when they were talking, I was close by. I was listening to them, what they say. So they were saying like this. Abu Sufyan said like this. But Safwan ibn Umayyah, he refused and he said, so Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that sometime someone who is not that much clever, he speaks with cleverly. He speaks. So he says Safwan ibn Umayyah is not that clever, but this is cleverness what he said. Got it? So anyhow, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam the next day, as we mentioned last Friday, he took those who joined him in Uhud, plus only one man, yes, who was not in Uhud, and that was Jabir ibn Abdullah radiyallahu ta'ala an. Because yesterday, he couldn't join the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his father was going on, his brother-in-law and his nephew. 3 people were going, and Jabir, he was the only brother of 7 sisters. Only brother? So his father Abdullah told him, Jabir, I'm going. So you should stay. Because I feel I will get martyred. So you will take care of your sisters. Got it? And Jabir told Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam that when my father was leaving home, so he looked at the heaven and he said, oh Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I'm going, don't bring me back alive. Yes, and he got martyred. Radiyallahu anhu. Got it? So Jabir said, Ya Rasulullah, yesterday it was an excuse. My father, he ordered me to stay. So now if I will not join you today also, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said to Jabir, you are the only exception. Otherwise, today's expedition is only for those who joined us in Uhud. Even though Ibn Ubay, the dirty man, he came having his sword and his armor coat and his shield and his helmet and everything well prepared, that I want to go. Prophet ﷺ told him, go back. Yes, yesterday you did a dirty job. You brought back 300 people. Got it? And now you are making numbers. Got it? So anyhow, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, along with these Sahaba, he arrived in a place which names Hamra'ul Asad. But when they arrived there, so they got the news that they have left at night. Got it? Here in Hamra'ul Asad, Sahaba Ridwanullah alayhim ajma'in, they captured one guy. He was a well-known poet. His name is Abu Azza. His name is Abu Azza. He was making his life with poetry. And living in Makkah, what he was doing? Yes, mocking at Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, Islam and Muslims. And the chieftains, they were becoming happy, yes, and giving him support. He came to Badr, inspiring the mushrikeen, and he was caught there. But he was crying like a baby to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That, Ya Muhammad, Indi banat. I have daughters only. Nobody is there to take care of them. If you will forgive me, and if you will give me a chance. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that actually your tongue, that is spreading poison. Yes, as a man you should think, you are talking about our woman and your poetry only to have a few dollars or a few dirhams. For that you are, yes, spelling that mess. Said, I will not. Got it? But when he went back, that was his job. That was his business. So he started again. Now, when these people were coming to Uhud, so Abu Sufyan told him, Abu Azza, you have to inspire us. You have to inspire us. Because you are our CNN, or you are our Fox 11. Got it? He said, but I have given my word to Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said, then what? Word. He said that if I got captured this time, he will kill me. So who will take care of my daughters after my death? So Safwan ibn Umayyah said me. And if you will come back alive, I will give you that much money. You will become one of the elites. You will be the member of Loya Jarga. Got it? You will become what? The member of Loya Jarga. Or we will make you the Wali Seva Parnanda. Yes. For example. So then he came to Uhud. So here in Hamra al-Asad, this guy, he stayed behind. Otherwise, other people, they had left. So Sahaba caught him. Oh, the dirty man. Come on. Yes, we saw you there in the battlefield. You broke the words. Prophet ﷺ, he showed kindness to you in Badr. He released you because you were crying like a baby for your daughters. So now once again when they brought him, Prophet ﷺ said, what a guy you are. Are you a man? Do you honor your own words? So he started crying once again. He started crying once again. Ya Muhammad, please. And that was the place where the Prophet ﷺ said his famous saying, لا يردغ المؤمن من جحر واحد مرتين. Prophet ﷺ says, a true believer will never get bitten from the same hole twice. Yes? And now that is such a famous saying that even the non-Muslims are saying that. They say it or not? Yes. Say, yes, they use it. لا يردغ المؤمن من جحر واحد مرتين. Prophet ﷺ says that they say a clever man. They say a clever man, a wise man. Yes? But Prophet ﷺ used the word? But a true believer, that a true believer will never get bitten from the same hole twice. Yes? So Abu Azza, Prophet ﷺ told him that now your cheek will never touch the house of Allah. Because as you know that when you are making tawaf and you have the place, so you have to put your right cheek on multazam. What part of Baytullah is multazam? In between Hajar Aswad and the door of the house of Allah. That wall portion is called multazam. Prophet ﷺ, when he was making tawaf, he used to make his right cheek, blessed cheek on that when you will put it there, so you will feel the Prophet ﷺ was putting it here as well. Got it? So, as that was a famous action of everyone, so Prophet ﷺ told him, Abu Azza, now your cheek will never touch multazam. He said that I don't want to release you now. I don't want to say once again sitting there in Baytullah that I cheated Muhammad for the second time. Yes. I'm not giving you that opportunity to say that I cheated Muhammad for the second time. So Prophet ﷺ, he ordered Asim ibn Sabit or Zubair ibn al-Awwam, because there are two riwayat, Asim ibn Sabit or Zubair ibn al-Awwam. Asim ibn Sabit, he was the father-in-law of Sayyidina Umar radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. Later on it comes that in Ghazwa Banu Lahyan, he was on expedition and he was leading the 10 Qurra group. The 10 Qurra group. And they got killed by the people of Banu Lahyan. Got it? And he was the leader and he was known for his bravery. Asim ibn Sabit radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. And he was the one, the Banu Lahyan tribe, they tried to chop his organs and to chop his body, to amputate his organs. Got it? Or to cut his head and take it with them to Makkah. Because he was known for his bravery. Yes? So, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent to protect his body. So he sent the bees. He sent the bees. So those many bees came from all around and they were unable to approach his body. So they say, wait for the bees, before sunset they go back. That's their nature. Before sunset, they go back. So when the sun was setting down and the bees naturally were going back. So suddenly from nowhere, from a wave of flood water came and took away the dead body of Asim ibn Sabit radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. When Sayyidina Umar got the news, he said, once I was sitting with him, he said that I have asked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala a few times and Allah accepted it, that oh Allah, protect my body from the touch of believer when I am alive and when I am dead. So he said that what a close man to Allah he was. That when he was dead, they could not come close to his dead body. And Allah said, got it? So Muhaddithin call him Hamilus Sail. What? Hamilus Sail, the carried by the flood wave. The carried one by the flood wave. Hamilus Sail. So anyhow here, either Rasulullah ﷺ ordered Zubair ibn al-Awwam or Asim ibn Sabit. And this Asim ibn Sabit, his daughter was with the Sayyidina Umar radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. And that lady delivered a son of Umar. And Umar, after his grandfather, named him as Asim as well. Asim ibn Umar. Okay. What was his name? Asim ibn Umar. Got it. And then the daughter of that Asim, she was married to Abdul Aziz ibn Marwan. She was married to Abdul Aziz ibn Marwan. And that granddaughter of Umar ibn Khattab delivered a baby. The whole world knows him by the name of Imam Umar ibn Abdul Aziz, rahmatullahi alayhi, the Khalifa Rashid. Umar ibn Abdul Aziz, rahmatullahi alayhi. Got it? Muawiyah ibn Mughira ibn Abil As. Muawiyah ibn Mughira ibn Abil As. He was the maternal grandfather of Abdul Malik ibn Marwan. Look, Sayyidina Muawiyah radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, he appointed after him his son Yazid as a Khalifa. Got it? Yazid appointed his son Muawiyah II. Who? Muawiyah II. But Muawiyah II was known as Hamamatul Masjid. What? Hamamatul Masjid, the pigeon of the masjid. Because he was a man of ibadat only. By nature, he was very calm and quiet man. Yes? So, as he was appointed and selected by his father Yazid, so when after the death of Yazid, he became Khalifa. So he remained Khalifa only for 40 days. Only for? And every Friday in khutbah, he was asking people, please, yes, throw away this burden from my shoulder. I never wanted it. He said, what is this? Yeah. He said, if this is good to rule, this is good. Yes, so we have taken our own share from that. My grandfather ruled and my father ruled. And if that is bad, so that bad of grandfather and father is much more enough for my family. Yes. He said, if that is good, so give this good to somebody else. Why to our family? If that is bad, so that bad is enough for the whole family. Yes, what a beautiful word. God, and that was actually the word of Sayyidina Umar, radiyallahu ta'ala an, when he was injured, and Sahaba were asking him to appoint Abdullah ibn Umar as Khalifa. So he said, if that is good, so we have taken our share. Yes, and if that is bad, so this bad is, yes, almost enough for the family of Umar ibn Khattab. Got it? We cannot carry much more burden. So the same word used by who? By who? By Muawiyah II. Got it? So after 40 days, he said that, okay, now that's up to you. You want it or you don't want, but I'm not coming out again to the masjid for Jummah prayer as Imam. So he went, and the next day he became sick. And in 3-4 days, he passed away. In 3-4 days, he passed away. Because it is said that he was that much God-fearing young man that when at night he was praying, so outside people, they were feeling sorry for his cry. That much he was crying in his ibadah. That they were feeling that Amir Mu'minin is crying. Yes, he is praying and he is crying. So anyhow, then they appointed Marwan ibn al-Hakam. Got it? So that branch of Banu Umayyah from Muawiyah, that is called Sufyani. They're called Sufyani. Now this other branch is called Marwani. So from Banu Umayyah, Sufyani, only 3 people, they remained the Khulafa. Muawiyah, Yazid, and Muawiyah II. And then it came to the branch of Hakam, Marwan ibn al-Hakam. Now look, Usman ibn Affan ibn al-As. Sayyidina Usman, his father's name was Affan. And Affan, father was As. Usman ibn Affan ibn al-As. And Marwan ibn al-Hakam ibn al-As. So Hakam was the real uncle of Sayyidina Usman, radiyallahu ta'ala. Got it? People do not know anything about all these things. Got it? They are talking only. Yes. Got it? And that's why Muawiyah radiyallahu ta'ala, he had taken a plea that, no, my cousin. Yes. That was a dispute with Sayyidina Ali radiyallahu ta'ala. That why the killers are roaming around here and there. And Sayyidina Ali, and I told you, that the 3 Khulafa, their point of view is, if 100 people will get together for the killing and murder of one, so all 100 people who directly took share in his killing, they would be executed. They would be executed. And Sayyidina Ali radiyallahu ta'ala says, only the Mubashir, the 1 or 2 or 3 who hit him, only they be executed. Others, yes, you can give them other punishment, but they are not the directly killers. And that was the dispute of ijtihad, that Muawiyah was following the point of view of 3 Khulafa. Sayyidina Ali himself was a mujtahid, he said no. Got it? And he said, who hit him? There is no witness to recognize. Only Naila, the wife of Usman radiyallahu ta'ala anha. And I went to her a few times that if you can give me a clue. So she said, to tell you, their faces were covered. I have not seen anybody, his face, to tell you that dead guy and dead guy jumped over the wall. So anyhow, that's another thing. Yes, just make dua, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give me the fiqh to write a book in this regard. Will be good. In Urdu I have written already. So anyhow, I have written 2 books in this regard. So one is, as I was mentioning, that Sayyidina Abu Bakr, he remained Khalifa for how much time? 2.5 years. Sayyidina Umar, 10 years. Sayyidina Osman, 12.5 years. 12 years. So altogether how much? 24.5. And Sayyidina Ali, 5 years. So 29.5. And 6 months? Sayyidina Hassan ibn Ali. So these 30 years which is mentioned in Hadith al Khilafatu Salasuna Sana. Got it? But when we are talking about Khilafat Rashida, so we mention only the 4. And we forget about Hassan ibn Ali radiyallahu ta'ala an. Yes. And number 2, when we are talking about Khilafat Rashida, so we put Muawiyah radiyallahu ta'ala with his successors. Yazid and Marwan and all that. He is one like, he is Sahabi of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. He was the inscriber of the Wahi. Why you are putting them with their group? Yes, as Bani Umayyah, you can put it there. But he was not one like them. He was a Sahabi of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam made a dua for him, Allah mahdi wa hadi bihi. Allah make him hadi wa hadi bihi, and a sign of hidayah. Allah make him a guide. You know what I'm saying? Javed? Yes. We need you. So, anyhow, so that's why I said, I wrote the book Khilafat Rashida. As famously we are calling only these 4 Khilafat Rashida. So Khilafat Rashida, Sayyidina Hassan or Sayyidina Muawiyah. That book I clubbed together. Khilafat Rashida, Sayyidina Hassan or Sayyidina Muawiyah. And then the other book after that which I wrote, that is Banu Umayyah, Banu Abbas or Muasir Dini or Siyasi Tahrikat. The Umayyads, the Abbasis and the political and religious movements of that time. So then that book I started with Muawiyah. So Muawiyah is in 2 books. With Khulafa Rashida as a Tatimma. Yes. And with Banu Abbas and Banu Umayyah, because he was Banu Umayyah. Got it? So anyhow, Muawiyah ibn Mughira ibn Abil As, he was the maternal grandfather of Abdul Malik ibn Marwan. Marwan became Khalifa after Muawiyah II. Then after him, Abdul Malik ibn Marwan, he became the Khalifa. Got it? And then after him, Hisham ibn Abdul Malik. And then Umar ibn Abdul Aziz. So this Muawiyah ibn Mughira, he came to Sayyidina Usman in Medina. And he said, I want to stay in Medina for 3 days. So Sayyidina Usman radhiyallahu anhu came to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam that my cousin, Muawiyah ibn Mughira ibn Abil As, he is here, he wants to stay for 3 days. So he is asking for permission. Yes, stay. For a stay. So Prophet ﷺ allowed it for 3 days. But when Rasulullah ﷺ the very next day, he went out of Medina and arrived in Hamra al-Asad and stayed there for 3 days and night. So this guy, he exploited that situation and he stayed, broke his promise. And he stayed behind, and not only that, he was doing spy work for the people of Makkah. That what's going on. When Rasulullah ﷺ came back, and he got the news, so Rasulullah ﷺ told him, a spy? There is no excuse for spy. Yes, so he asked Zayd ibn Zayd, said yes. He said, have your sword? He said, sir, I have it. Said, just go. Wherever Muawiyah ibn Mughira is, just kill him. Yes, because he is a spy. Got it? So Prophet ﷺ, he stayed in Hamra al-Asad for 5 days. So we can call this expedition a separate expedition, or we can call it the aiding or the tatimma of Ghazwa Uhud. Got it? Now, the result of Uhud was Uhud a defeat for Muslim? Not at all. A big loss happened to them. Defeat is acceptance of defeat. Got it? When somebody fell down and he did not accept it, he is not defeated. Yes? Got it? Not it? Because he is fighting. Got it? And in the very beginning, Sahaba defeated the people of Makkah, as we gave you the details. Got it? Yeah. Number 2, and the second thing, they got a big loss, but they did not leave the field. The people of Makkah left the field. So defeat is for that group who left the battle. Yes, loss happened. Loss happened. Yes. If you have drone and all these things, how much loss you will cause to the people? Got it? But the result, yes, that who is going to submit and surrender? Got it? Or not it? So the thing is that who left the battlefield? Who left it? The mushrikeen in Makkah. So the result of Uhud is number 1. The munafiq got disclosed in this battle. Number 2, this issue became clear that wherever there is the order of the Prophet ﷺ, so there is no room for personal deduction. Muslim has to take the order of Rasulullah in word and spirit, not to apply his own mind. Because the snipers or the archers, they applied their own mind. So now they came to know, oh, this was the mistake. Number 3, this was a message for Muslim. If you got victory, to get victory, that is not, to maintain it, that is. Got it? So never be careless about the after effects of your victory. Maintain it. Here, they defeated them in the very beginning, but they became careless. They have already left. Yes, so one guy threw his Kalashnikov here, another one is armor coat there, and third one is sword there, and yes, relaxing under the trees, here 2 guys, and there 2 guys, and there is 1 guy, and suddenly Khalid bin Walid came and attacked on them in the same way. So how big a loss he caused to them. So this was the third message in the battle of Uhud. Number 4. It became clear to them that war is combination of opposites. Sometimes you will succeed and sometimes the opponents. Every time you will not get into victory. This is life. But that is not the end of the world. That's not the end of the world. Har roz Eid ne iske halwa khurat kase. Yes, every day is not Eid that people will be eating gulab jamun. Yes, once a while you will get gulab jamun on Eid day. Yes, otherwise it causes you sugar. Number 5. Their test and trial, that is the sunnah, sunnatul hayat, the sunnah of life. When you are alive, so test will come. Test will come. Coelho, a very good philosopher, he says that I oppose and accept opposition because I am alive. What a beautiful saying. I oppose means express my own opinion, and I take opinion of others because I am alive. So it means if you are not accepting a position of someone, you are not alive, you are a dead man. Yes, and if you are not expressing your own point of view, once again you are a dead man. Got it? As long as you are alive, yes, so you will not be agree to every single word of the other. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Got it? Only the word of Allah and Rasul could not be opposed. Yes, and that's what Sayyidina Imam Malik rahmatullahi alayh, once he was there. So somebody, yes, a student, he said, وَلَكِنْ قَالَ فُلَانٌ كَذَلِكَ. But Shaykh so-and-so said like this. So Imam Malik rahmatullahi alayhi said, كُلٌّ فِي مُقَابَلَتِهِ رَأْيٌ إِلَّا صَاحِبُ هَذَا الْقَبْرِ. That everyone, you can express your opinion, means your deduction against his deduction. Against his deduction, but only the man who is taking rest in this grave. Yeah. When he has said something, there is no opinion. Just word and spirit and go. Yeah. What a beautiful people they were. كل يخالف إلا صاحب هذا القبر. Yes. Ya Subhanallah. Ya Subhanallah. Number 6. That Allah doesn't want you people to be mujahid only, but He is looking for some shuhada amongst you as well. Yes? So you got 70 shaheed in Ghazwa Uhud. Takbir. Yes. That's a status. Number 8. Number 7. You learnt about your shortcomings. So next in future, you will think about that. What wrong was done? Yes, that our victory turned to that big loss, not to defeat. We don't say our victory turned to defeat. Victory turned to the big loss. Huh? Yes. Number 8. Difficulties you are facing in your life will strengthen you. Like exercise. Exercise is strengthening your muscles. This is also a type of exercise. You have to sit and stand. Yeah? If somebody is sitting like Bilal the whole day, so his muscle will become weak. Or if he is standing, so may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forbid, he will get paralyzed. You know what I'm saying? But stand, it will strengthen his muscle. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, they sit and stand. Victory, love, victory, yes. So you will get strength. Number 9. In both situations at once, because that was one occasion, but both situations happened. Victory and then loss. Got it? So that was a good way to know those who are taking a stand in both situations with the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Yes? Got it? Otherwise, there is a famous saying that victory has so many sons. There are so many fathers, but defeat has none. Yes. When victory happened, everybody claimed, but when I said like this, I gave him a tip, and I gave, oh, guy, you were somewhere sleeping. But victory happened, so it said that victory has so many fathers, but defeat has none. Yeah, nobody is taking responsibility of defeat. That I did wrong. Yeah, everybody is putting it on the shoulder of others. So here, it was known that who is taking a stand with Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and with his leader in either situation. In what? In either situation. And number 10, When the very next day, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam along with Sahaba went up to Hamra'ul Asad after them. Went to Hamra. So that was a message. God spread it to Peninsula that these people are not getting broken. Yes, bodily they were broken, so many injured. But look at their courage. Yes, here is bandage and there is bandage, another one here is bandage, a third one here is bandage, a fourth one here is the crutches, and he is going, yes, let's go. So that was a message, and psychologically, that is the best message. وصلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه محمد وآله وصحبه أجمعين.